The next product we're going to review today is from CarNow. It's their real-time messaging platform. Some of you may recognize that CarNow was a leader in real-time messaging and real-time e-commerce by enabling their messaging platform to be deeply integrated with what has become their digital retailing suite. The real-time messaging platform is a combination of their Message Now and Convert Now product, which was unique in the fact that when we realized by moving CTA button forms to CTA triggers of communication, online conversion shot up 30, 40, 50%, and even some dealers doubled the number of sales appointments associated with a customer clicking a CTA button. Real-time messaging is an enhancement of that initial journey, having an API-driven seamless communication platform that can be launched from a CTA button in replacement of a form or as a native chat or messaging platform inside an application. The fact that the real-time messaging platform is deeply integrated with the CarNow digital retailing suite, and that means any conversation, any communication is associated with the customer record, well, really makes real-time messaging even more attractive for dealers who are trying to create a connected retailing experience. But don't take my word for it. Let's take a look at the video that CarNow sent over to us highlighting the power of real-time messaging.
Through CarNow's real-time messaging solution, your customers will have access to either chat or text into a system that is backed by a live assisted BDC that works 24/7, 365. Any time of the day, any time of the night, your customers will be able to be served via conversation by the CarNow team or be connected directly to you at the dealership. Additionally, what is included in this real-time messaging solution are different call to action guided conversation flows. You'll see confirm availability, schedule your test drive, value my trade, and get my free FICO score. When a customer clicks on one of these CTAs or buttons on your SRP or VDP, or maybe you have it hanging out on the left-hand side or the right-hand side by the chat tool, they're going to be prompted to enter their vehicle details. And as they're providing that year, make, model, trim, followed by the mileage of that vehicle, we're going to be able to start calculating what that vehicle could be worth to you at the dealership. Now, this is a give to get approach. The customer has to give us the vehicle details and tell us who they are for us to provide them with the vehicle details. Now, it doesn't stop just there. Because we clicked on value my trade on a specific vehicle, which is that 2022 Ford F-150 right there, we've captured the vehicle of interest. So we say, hey, do you want to schedule a test drive on that? Yes or no. The customer, totally their decision on which direction they go here. Customer hits yes, they're going to be prompted with a date and time selector to schedule that appointment. They can also, from there, add it to their calendar. It'll sync up, put it on their phone, and give them reminders when the appointment's coming up. They can also attach documents, browse your inventory, view details, photos, options, description, whatever your inventory provider is providing us, we are going to present that to the customer there. They can also say they didn't click on value my trade on a SRP or VDP page, they could upload their trade data here. They can look at your store's hours, change their contact info, look at directions, send this to their mobile device if they started on a desktop, and then lastly, change their language. If English is not their native tongue, they can select a different language. Anything that they type in that language gets shot over to our team or your team at the dealership, gets translated into whatever language that you have selected, most likely English. So on your end, what you see is the CarNow backend now. What this shows you is a 10,000 foot overview of everything that's happening on your website through the CarNow tools in real time. You'll notice this live action piece right here. We see that they started a trade tree, they gave us the contact information, they submitted their vehicle details, and they scheduled an appointment. Now, all of these events are actionable and clickable. So when we click on them, it launches their customer profile here. We know who this customer is, how to contact them, where they're at, their vehicle of interest, which is this F-150. We see that they've scheduled a test drive for that F-150 and they've uploaded a trade here. Now you'll also see to the bottom right a chat tool. This is how you'll communicate back and forth with them if you at the dealership have jumped in to the chat. So you'll have a similar toolbar that we saw on the customer's end. You can send them messages via the shortcut tab or free type them in, browse the vehicles. As I said, this customer is looking at F-150s. Maybe they weren't super sure about the one that they had originally found. We can go ahead and shoot them over these different VDP experiences where the customer on their end can look at what we've seen already, photos, options, and descriptions, and pick which vehicle they like the best. And you'll see we know the customer looked at this one and this is their new vehicle of interest that is set in their profile that'll get sent over to your CRM. You can also send them digital brochures. If you didn't have a certain vehicle in stock that they wanted more information on, you could click on the vehicle, it'll launch the different trim lines of it, send it over, they can look at the details just like we already saw. If they were looking to schedule service and you wanted to send them a service link, we can have that set up. They can simply one click send it over to the customer gets the link, opens it up, able to schedule service. You can also quick send them all of your hours for the week, sales, service, parts, depending on what you have uploaded in there. And then what you can also do is if you have your YouTube channel updated with videos, maybe it's a vehicle walk around, you can click on the send video tab here, shoot the customer over a video, and they can watch the video nice and clean within the chat window. Lastly, what you can do is you can send comparisons. So if you wanted to compare two different vehicles for that consumer, you can send it over to them and then they'll be able to look at what the comparison looks like on their end. On your end, you'll see everything broken down. Blue indicates where the vehicle wins out. On the customer's end, they only will see where your vehicle wins out in those different areas. So the customer gets better educated on their vehicle decision.
I hope you enjoyed CarNow's presentation on their real-time messaging platform. Keep in mind that as I shop on dealer websites around the country, many still pop up forums to the disappointment of consumers. Dealers who want to serve customers instead of chasing them later in the BDC will embrace real-time messaging. They'll move out of a form-based culture into an engagement culture. They will understand that they can double their sales appointments and service opportunities by engaging consumers when they're on the dealer's website instead of chasing them later when they've moved on to something else. If you would like more information on the CarNow real-time messaging platform, just go to carnow.com.